Hey guys, Squiggles here, bringing you Game 1 of CatZ versus ToD. This is from MLG Anaheim 2011, and it is going to be a PvZ on Tal Darim Altars. Oh, baby, baby, this should be good. And you know what? I was at MLG, and it was super fun, but you know what? You just don't get to see a lot of games when you're at MLG. And by not a lot, I mean I was watching games quite a bit for, I don't know, oh man, 8, 10 hours a day. But there's a lot of setup time because it is all live. They're in the booth, similar to like GSL or something like that. So it's that kind of format. And when the games aren't going on, there's a lot of waiting. Sometimes there's interviews, but very rarely did they switch to the other channel or the other stream. So there was just a lot of kind of sitting around waiting and talking with other spectators and other casters and commentators and stuff. So it was fun. Don't get me wrong, and I think everybody should definitely go and check it out. But I didn't get to see a lot of the games that were played. Maybe that's a better way to say it. So I have not seen CatZ versus ToD. I've not seen this game yet, and I heard it was pretty good. So I was like, you know what? If it was good and it was an MLG and I was there and I didn't get to see it, I'm going to cast it. So here we go. Here we are. A ToD versus a CatZ. Complexity CatZ. How complex of him. Yes, indeed. As it looks like CatZ is going to be going ahead and doing the good old drone, and ToD is going to be going ahead and doing the good old pylon at the natural, followed by the forge. So we're going to see a forge fast expand out of ToD, going to be scouting after that forge goes down. And look at that, going to be scouting in the correct direction. They are in cross positions. And ta-da, going to be scouting right away. Meanwhile, it looks like CatZ is going to be not going the right way. Maybe, I can't really tell, but I think he's going to be going down here. Yes, he is. So he is going to scout ToD second. And ToD, already in the base of CatZ, is going to be just moving around, meandering around, going to be mining some minerals. This drone not going to be upset. Oh, look at that, stealing 5 minerals, not even taking any damage. Good job, good job, ToD, rather. CatZ is the one who's throwing down the spawning pool. He was like, oh, I see you're stealing 5 minerals. I'm going to raise you a spawning pool. So down it goes. Also, the hatch is already down. Look at the timings on this hatching. So the hatch is ahead of the Nexus. No surprise there. But ToD did not get a cannon first, as he did see that there was a hatchery first. So it looks like he may actually even get... Oh, whoa. Put that in the wrong spot. There we go. So he's going to be getting a gateway as well. So no cannon coming out for quite a while for ToD. And the spawning pool is getting close to being completed. So have to be a little bit careful because there is the potential for a Zergling run by if CatZ so desires. Here is the spawning pool, and what is he building? He's building some drones, baby. Okay, so there's two ways you can think of this. When you see your opponent early expand the way CatZ is seeing that ToD is early expanding, you can do two things. You can either pretty much go all in and try to just punish him and kill him right then, or you can be like, oh, well, if he's expanding, then he won't have a lot of units, and this is why this thinking works in both situations. I can either all in him and try to kill him right now because he will have no units and it'll probably work, or I can just go ahead and probably expand again, add on a lot of drones, and just make my economy insane because, again, he can't attack me, so I don't need those attacking units. And it looks like that is exactly what complexities CatZ is going to be doing. Looks like he's going to be just injecting that larva. Already has 2 queens out, getting that larva injects, and they are, I believe, no, they're not synced up. Never mind. A lesser player like me would like hold off on one of the injects until I could sync them both up because it's just easier to manage. But CatZ is good enough. He's like, no. I need that extra 6 seconds, and he is going to make full advantage of it. Meanwhile, ToD is going to be getting quite a good economy himself because you can chrono boost probes twice as fast, and that's pretty scary when you have that many probes being chrono boost. Looks like his main is fully saturated. Nice, the exact amount of workers that you need. For any of you who did not know, this is how many workers you need: 16 workers on 8 mineral patches. And that's a good way to figure it out in the middle of a game. Just be like, okay, I have the right amount, and now he is transferring them over here. So good job by ToD. And look at this, CatZ going to be going ahead and taking a hatchery, but Pylo has meandered over there, and I believe he does see that. Let's go ahead and check the ToD cam really quick. Yes, he does. You can see on the minimap, he does have it. And ooh, just for fun, let's go ahead and do this. We'll just watch CatZ's camera for a little bit, just so you guys can see what it looks like for a pro player to be playing. You can see how quickly and how fast and how frequently he moves back and forth. between his bases. And look at that. I mean, here's the macro. Now going back to the micro. Going to be looking and seeing all these. So look at that, scouting right away is CatZ, seeing all of these gateways go down. So he is not going to be surprised at all at this huge gateway count. Look at it. Nice job by CatZ. Wow. And just going back. And now let's go ahead and switch to ToD. And we can see ToD, his micro and macro as well, as he continues to just move around. And actually, just for fun, let's go ahead and go to the APM. We can see that they're both around 150 to 200 APM right now. And yeah, but look, so many gateways coming down for ToD. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is crazy. Crazy sauce, I tell you. Crazy. Okay, let's go back to the game. Hope you guys enjoyed that and didn't get too motion sick watching these two players zip around the map at warp speed. But again, these guys don't have 300 APM. You don't need to have 300 APM. These guys are two very, 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 very good players. And they're just, about 150, 200 APM, just, zipping around, which is still incredibly fast. Do not get me wrong. Ooh, look at this. ToD, with his nice pylo placement, is going to be going ahead and warping in a couple of zealots. It looks like the spine crawler are not quite done, but there are roaches here to defend. And Zerglings making their way up and around. And is he going to kill this cannon? It looks like no, indeed, he will not. But the roach is shooting at it as well, so expect this cannon to get canceled. It's not going to get canceled. It's just going to get killed. They got off one shot. Sorry, cannon. But it looks like a couple more cannons going as well. And with this Overlord, the unsung hero of this battle, this Overlord is giving line of sight to these roaches and to the spine crawler. So as this little battle goes on, it looks like CatZ will be absolutely fine here. Although more stalkers continuing to warp in, but oh, there's more roaches as well. And Roach is going to be focusing down this pylon. If they get the pylon, then this cannon... the cannon tried so hard to warp in, and he is not going to make it. Oh, down goes the spine crawler as well. So wow, looks like ToD is going to be winning that battle for just a little bit. Meanwhile, ToD moving up here to the side of the map, taking control of the Zelnaga watchtower, as well as planting a pylon here, so he can go ahead and warp guys in. And here comes CatZ trying to move around, and like, oh dang it, I can't actually get around up here to where these cannons are, because there's a lot of Protoss units just chilling at this choke, this little Zelnaga watchtower. You can see that CatZ, he is still on 3 bases though, so good for him there, although he is only just barely on 3 bases, not really all that optimal of a situation there. But he does have his 3rd hatch up. And 15 roaches in production. Wow. And you can see here that he does have his speed. He also has his burrow, and he has his... I believe he does. I'm going to... Wait, where is it? I'm going to check. No, he does not have tunneling claws yet. But with the amount of roaches that he's getting, I would expect him to get them at some point. Here comes another battle as these roaches stream in and try to do damage. 4 zealots pretty much get one shot. Nice 4 zealots going down. Going to be splitting up the roaches just a little bit. Roaches getting focused down are going to go ahead and burrow and just regen health instead of dying. So nice job there. Not to mention good scouting going on. And the Robo facility is just now finishing for ToD. So he is going to go ahead and get out. I would think. Now he's going to get out a Nexus. Yeah, that's what I do too. There we go. There's the Observer. Yeah. And oh, look at these roaches going to just go ahead and unburrow at full health. This guy was down at like 10 health, and then he's back to full. So the power of burrow. And going to be sniping off a couple of those pylons. And look at that. Now ToD is the one supply blocked. So that's not good. Just now getting out of it, but only 2 supply left. So he's got to be throwing on some more pylons. You can see 2 more in production. Going to go ahead and grab his 4th gas as well. These cannons are still here, so CatZ not really able to do much, not able to mine out of these 3, maybe these 4, but at least these 3 minerals. So a little bit of a weird spot here, but that is soon to be remedied as a whole horde of roaches are going to run up here and get a nice little limbo line in, and they're just going to focus down. It looks like everything at once. There goes one cannon. There goes the 2nd cannon at the same time as the pylon, and threat is neutralized. Okay. Now he's going to be moving back down. I don't think he knows that this pylon is here, and that could definitely be worth the dividends in the future. You can see ToD has taken his own 3rd. It is just now finishing and killed the destructible rocks. The potential for a 4th coming out for ToD. CatZ on 3 bases at the moment, and it looks like CatZ, with the same idea, is going to be moving his roaches up here to take out these destructible rocks. So both of them looking to set up to take a 4th. And what is ToD going to do? He is down by about 40 supply right now. But normally Protoss units are considered to be a little bit better than Zerg units, so in a straight up like unit composition army, Protoss is supposed to win that. That's why Zerg does the 300 supply push, where they get tons of larvae stockpiled, and then they just push. And as soon as you kill off their stuff, they're instantly macroing out more stuff, and the push just never ends. So, anyway, it does look like there are 5 infestors on the way out. My goodness, for CatZ. And a lot of roaches as well. Couple of Zerglings, but that's really just an equal opportunity thing. He didn't want to get sued by the Zergling representative for not having any in his army, so he has a couple. But when your roach count is 3 times the amount of your Zerglings, yeah, you know you're just there for looks. Okay, looks like CatZ is going to be taking his fourth not quite going down yet for ToD. And what is ToD going to do? ToD is going to push out with this army. It's not... It's a pretty big... It's actually not a really big army, especially when you consider just how many roaches CatZ has. And look at this. So many infestors as well. I should note that the upgrade... The pathogen gland upgrade is done, so these infestors, when they spawn, can actually just throw out some fungals. And it looks like as CatZ is going to be pushing forward, and look at these Zerglings. Oh, wow, so nice. They're actually faster than everybody else. They're able to get that scouting a little bit before the army gets there, and ToD going to be pulling back to this choke. Does have 3 sentries with full energy and 1-1. So 1-1 upgrades for the Protoss player, 0-0 for the Zerg player, absolutely nothing. He is getting them now, but he does not have them currently. +2 weapons just now starting for ToD as well. And here comes CatZ with a pretty sizable push. One Zergling going to go ahead and run in there. Nice job by CatZ to see exactly where the army is. And now he's going to poke in here. He's going to threaten this base and then move over to this base. And I do not know if ToD is going to be able to stop this. Looks like some probes trying to get away, but they all get fungled and killed. Nice job there. Little micro going on, and here comes the attack from ToD in the back. Fungal is going down on almost all of ToD's units. Wow, look at that. And CatZ even pulling back with his infestors, so he does not actually use them. Lots and lots of force fields going down as well, but oh, look at that. This Colossus does not know what he is doing. He is actually shooting at the Protoss units instead. Whoopsie doops. And right when it wears out, boom, there's the focus fire down to kill that Colossus. So he did pretty much nothing. It is now 195 supply versus 112 supply. And here come probes trying to get out of there again. Oh, Fungal goes down, and a few more probes are going to die. And this Nexus is going to fall as well. So ToD was on 4 bases for just a sec, but not anymore. A couple of changelings as well going to be running around and seeing if they can spot anything. And oh no, ToD, now his third is under attack. He does have a good amount of stalkers. No blink though for the stalkers, and 1 Colossus as well. But again, I don't know if that Colossus is going to be able to do that much, as there is enough for Neural Parasite on at least 1 of these infestors, although this infestor is pretty low on health. Looks like CatZ going to be going ahead and just pulling back, at least for a little bit. He is at 197 supply versus 127 supply, so he is maxed. And look at this, adding on an Ultralisk Cavern. There's Blink coming down for ToD, but it is only 30% of the way done right now. And I guess 40%. And I don't know, ToD really needs to defend this place, because if you look here, you can see his main is pretty much mined out. Natural is getting close to being mined out. So he really needs the resources that this base will give him. And it looks like here comes the attack again. And ToD, caught a little bit out of position, is not going to choose to go around this way, but instead going to come back here and try to defend. Looks like he's going to lose a cannon in a couple of gateways. And is this Nexus going to go down? I don't know, but here comes the Neural Parasites grabbing both of these Colossus again. And these infestors are close enough, or far enough back rather, that I don't think he's going to be able to focus them down actually. And look at this, the offensive burrow as these roaches just go underneath the force field, and now here they come, going to snipe off both of those Colossus and push in here. And oh man, ToD is definitely in trouble. CatZ, look at this, 16 roaches in production as well, getting Carapace level 2 as well as ground attack, the melee one, level 1. And ToD going to be losing his Cyber Core, going to be losing these warp gates, and he is warping in as many units as he possibly can. Blink is done, and ToD is blinking back to the Madman, trying to stay alive. But look at this, there are a few infestors that are just going to be like, well, we're done, we can't do anything. And CatZ, I don't even think he cares that he's trading all these units. He's just trying to do as much damage as possible. You can see here 5 Ultralisks in production, and CatZ is still maxed at 193 supply. ToD, meanwhile, dropping down to 89 supply. So, I don't know. And oh, more reinforcements from CatZ coming in the other way and killing off that Colossus. And now here comes CatZ with even more units. They're going to be streaming down. The blink from ToD, trying to do every little tiny bit of damage he possibly can. He cannot even make more blink stalkers. All he can make is zealots at this point. Because he does not have cybernetics core, which you can see is going down right now. Nice little burrow by CatZ, even though he's way ahead in supply, not losing units for no reason, as it looks like more and more units are just going to be streaming down. ToD is making his last stand, his This Is Sparta stand, as he has his 300 stalkers against literally a million roaches. And oh, look at that. One Colossus coming out is going to be doing a good amount of damage, but there is no observer. No observer, and so these roaches are just going to go like, sorry guys, I'm just going to, looks like he's going to poke in. Nope, and going to go back the other way. There is another Colossus on the way and an observer queued up after that. And here we go, more stalkers on the way, but look at this. There are Ultralisks, and there is the GG, so CatZ going to take down this first game. Oh man, he had roaches all over the place, and he was able to just contain ToD. They were both on 4 bases for just a little bit, but ToD did lose his base. Nice little nice little circling burrow there. And I mean, ToD just was on his back foot the entire time. CatZ just able to outmass him and roll over him, mainly due to the fact that CatZ didn't build anything but drones and queens for the first like bajillion minutes of the game. He was able to get his economy way up and then just switch into total unit production and just roll. So nice job by CatZ. That's game 1, and game 2 coming at you right after this.